and read through these patch notes right quick. Okay, because I've been slacking on reading these patch notes, so let's go ahead and read these. March 10th, 2026. Overwatch retail patch notes, March 10th, 2026. Okay, I'm repeating that so many times. The battle continues. This event will conclude its final week on 3/16, and a global winner will be announced. Oh, nice. Participate to earn final week of rewards for either Overwatch or Talon, or both. Overwatch 2-player icons, 1 name card, 1 common, and 1 legendary loot box. For Talon, 1 spray, 1 icon, 1 voice line, 1 common, and legendary loot box. Did the burp scare you, cute kitten? It's not necessarily a story game, but it is linear. Oh, interesting. Whichever side wins by the end of the week will determine which Echo skin, Talon, or Overwatch all eligible players that week will receive. Ooh, exciting. Wait, I want to know what the Echo skin looks like so I know which one to grind for. At the end of week 5, you might notice a few different ways the winner is made known. Keep an eye out. New arcade mode. SHGYRQ. Emery only 4v4. Are you ready to slay? Oh. Junkrat's Loot Hunt. Junkrat's Loot Hunt is back again. Running from March 27th through 30th. Earn loot boxes by completing challenges that unlock as you play. Hero updates. This patch is lighter in scope as many adjustments for newer heroes were made earlier to support balanced performance since launch. The focus of this update is on sub-role tuning, addressing heroes that are out of line, and applying additional refinements to the newest heroes. Medic sub-role. Increased self-healing from 25% to 40%. Oh, nice. The medic sub-role has been underperforming as its self-healing conversion was not impactful enough in combat. Increased self-healing will allow it to cut through in engagements. That will be helpful against vendettas. Vendettas have been so painful lately. Bruiser sub-role. Now triggers below 50 health. The activation threshold for Bruiser subhold has been adjusted from critical health to below 50% health. This change standardizes when the effect becomes active and increases the window when this subrole is active. Okay, so let me oops, I didn't mean to click that. Hold on. What even? Bruiser, where's the Bruiser? Gain resistance to critical hits, move faster while at critical... Okay, so it's the move faster part. Okay, I was wondering what that was talking about, because honestly, I haven't really paid a ton of attention to the sub-roll effects, really. So, nice. Okay, Initiator sub-roll. No longer triggers while at full health, healing reduced from 75 to 60. The Initiator sub-roll passive has been reduced in effectiveness as it has been providing more healing than intended throughout matches. Healing will no longer trigger while at full health to avoid starting the initial internal countdown. Okay. All right, here are some changes to D.Va. D.Va's mobility and survivability combination provides a high level of uptime during engagements. Increasing boosters cooldown creates clear commitment windows while reducing the effectiveness of the initiator subrole. Boosters cooldown increased. Why did I say reduce? Cooldown increased from 3.5 to 4 seconds. Of course I don't. Why would you even say that? Hazard. Hazard was originally placed in Stalwart subrole to mitigate the impact of crowd control during engagements. Since the introduction of subroles, he has struggled in performance. Moving Hazard to the Initiator subrole better supports a more aggressive, sustained focus playstyle. So he moved from Stalwart to Initiator. Ramatra. Reducing Void Barrier's cooldown improves its cycling within engagements, while increasing Annihilation's damage per second enhances its presence during extended fights. Void Barrier in 5v5, the cooldown is reduced from 13 to 12 seconds. Annihilation, damage per second increased from 30 to 35. Cat emotes. I love cat emotes. Roadhog. Roadhog's overall effectiveness has remained lower than intended since his minor rework. Increasing Scrapgun's damage will improve the consistency of his hook combo while additionally increasing overall damage output. Scrapgun. Damage per pellet increased from 6.5 to 7. Damage. Onron. These movement adjustments improve Inferno Rush's fluidity and traversal options while the ability is active. Inferno Rush will now automatically climb over small ledges. Jump height while active increased by 20%. Cool. Ah, look at the spins. Hey, Scarab. Hello. Oh my gosh, they're on a Roomba. That's so cute. Summary. Reducing the delay before Altered Vitals triggers allows it to activate more reliably when disengaging. Altered Vitals, time before trigger reduced from 4.5 to 4 seconds. Hi, how are you? Yeah, that's a one cool cat right there, cute kitten. Hearts up. How are you? Did you see, what are your thoughts on the new skins that were released today? We're reading through the patch notes right now. Vendetta. Siphoning Strike has provided significant self-sustain relative to being a minor perk. Moving it to major better reflects its impact while additionally avoiding the overall passive power when combined with Relentless. Raging Storm damage has been reduced and moved to a minor to compensate. Raging Storm, minor perk, moved from major to minor. Damage per spin reduced from 35 to 30. Siphoning Strike, major perk, moved from minor to major. Overhead lifesteal increased from 30% to 40%. Support, Ilari. Ilari has been delivering strong healing alongside high offensive pressure. Reducing her secondary fire uptime and tuning down specific perks lowers her overall performance while maintaining her identity. Summer Solstice, minor perk. Attack speed gained reduced from 30% to 20%. Sunburn, major perk. Damage reduced from 70 to 50. Damn, she got nerfed. I was seeing a lot of her in normals, and so I guess that you might see less because she just got nerfed a bit. Solar Rifle, secondary fire maximum resource reduced from 3.5 to 3 seconds. Dang, they said we have seen enough of you. Damn, crazy. Look at that chubby cat. Oh my gosh, so cute. All right, Jetpack Cat. Territorial has been removed due to high offensive potential with limited counterplay. Claws Out moves a major perk with a reduced cooldown due to its relative strength, while a new minor perk, Ulterior Motive, introduces an additional fuel recovery option to support healing-focused playstyles. Territorial major perk, removed. Claws Out, major perk, moved from minor to major. Cooldown reduced from 8 to 6 seconds. You a jetpack, basically? Oh my gosh. Ulterior Motive, minor perk, new. 15% of biotic paw projectiles. So cute. Sorry, I'm squealing. Healing is converted into fuel. Oh, that's cool. Nice. We love that. Mizuki. Maintaining allies with remedy aura's radius can be restrictive during engagements. Increasing the radius improves accessibility, while reducing the degeneration delay makes sustaining higher aura levels more difficult. Remedy aura. Radius increased from 10 to 12 meters. Time before degeneration reduced from 2 to 1.5 seconds. Cool. Mizuki is super fun to play. Stadium updates. Stadium General Mod Icon update. Hey everyone, let's talk general mods. The bread and butter of your stadium builds. What makes or breaks a match, what defines heroes, and, well, you get the drift. When Stadium launched last month, we knew that eventually we'd like to update the design of the general mods and make them look similar to our powers and hero items. When discussions for Season 1 of Overwatch began, we believed it would be a perfect time to give the general mods a refresh, as the rest of the game was getting the same treatment. We wanted to create designs based on the mod name and color them based on stat. Example, Field Rations is now a macaroni and cheese container, and Aerial Distressor looks like a plane, because we believed it would be far easier to locate unique and distinct designs than trying to find that mod with the health icon. And though we're aimed high with these designs, we missed the mark and strayed away from one of our core design principles of accessibility and readability. We've heard your feedback. Thank you, by the way. And we've reverted the general mods back to rarity color with slightly brighter backgrounds and icon art that pops against it. Yay! Oh my gosh. Okay, now I'm gonna have to get reused to what it looked like before again. Oh my gosh. So that'll be fun. Okay. Additionally, in the coming months, we'll be performing color passes on the icon art to ensure that it maintains readability. Don't worry, the overall shape won't change. And we'll continue to monitor feedback from the community and see how we can improve to ensure everyone's stadium experience, especially in the armory, is as smooth as possible. Bug fixes. General. Fix an audio issue where Mizuki's ultimate sound was similar to the teammate eliminated sound. Fix an issue which allowed Mizuki to incorrectly charge his remedy aura before the round started. Fix an issue where Mizuki's paper doll totem briefly appeared in unintended areas of the map before landing in its proper location. Fix an issue preventing weapon variants from being applied to Juno's pulsar torpedoes. I was wondering about that. I thought that was that felt like I didn't like how it didn't match, but okay, I'm glad they fixed that because I was like, that's one of her weapons technically, isn't it? Shouldn't it have that? Anyway, okay. All right, I'm glad they fixed that. Fix an issue where Wrecking Ball's multi-ball perk would not award additional mines if they were not used during the first ultimate. Fix an issue which incorrectly allowed Farah to move during barrage while tethered by Mizuki's chain. Fix an issue which incorrectly allowed Anran's Dancing Blaze ability to cleanse Junker Queen's ultimate effect. Oh, so it's not supposed to. Neat. Stadium. Fix an issue with Torbjorn's Skyline Nanites item not dealing bonus damage to airborne enemies. Fix an issue with Juno's orbital alignment power not lifting enemies into the air. I don't even know what that power is. What? I'll have to look at that. Fix an issue with Juno's Medi Master power not reducing the cooldown of Hyper Ring. Fix an issue with Vendetta's The Closer mod not granting the 10% critical damage bonus to her overhead swing. Fix an issue with Vendetta's Scaled Steel mod not granting the 25% range increase. Fix an issue with Vendetta's Warrior Shout mod not applying when using Whirlwind Dash into a wall. And that is the patch notes for today, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to me read